guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a quick little tutorial on how I do my brows. To be honest, I don't think I do anything too exciting or too special, but I get a lot of compliments on my brows and I've had a couple of friends ask me to do this video, so I thought I would. And yeah, it's pretty simple. To be honest, I think I was pretty blessed with brows, so yeah. I'll just show you what I do. So my favorite brow pencil is the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. So that's what I'm going to be using. So first important thing about brows is grooming them. I never groomed my brows until probably 2 years ago, so I never trimmed them. I found that since I started trimming them, they are better shape. So my eyebrows grow pretty long, and it would always, I don't know, it didn't bother me, but they never sat how I wanted them to sit. So now that I trim them, they sit a little bit better. Also, another thing to note is some people are lucky to have eyebrows that are very, very similar. My eyebrows actually sit a little bit differently, so they're never exactly the same. If I look at myself in the mirror, this eyebrow actually sits a little bit lower than this eyebrow, but there's nothing that I can do about that because for some reason this side is a little bit more hooded than this side. So if I had a facelift and lifted it like 2 mils, it would be the same. I'm not doing that because just no, not doing that. So yeah, they're never going to be exactly the same. Another thing to note is this side, the front hairs flick up. This side, they don't want to do that. So I try to comb them upwards so they look similar, but they don't do it. They like to just go that way. So obviously that looks, you know, different. So what I try to do is draw hairs that will flick upwards so it looks similar, and I try to trim the front of these a little bit shorter so it kind of matches. So first what I like to do is obviously brush my brows, and then I start. So I usually start with the bottom, and I use a very light hand. You don't need to press hard. And I literally draw a line. Now some people might not like that. I like it. So I draw a line, and then what I do is I draw quick little strokes going up. Just like that. Sometimes you can go a little bit too far, so grab your spoolie and brush it away. But I do that a couple of times, just like that. Then what I do, brush it through a little bit, just a couple of times because you don't want to fully get rid of it. And then what I'll do is I'll draw that line in again, very lightly. I just like to have that definition there. Then what I do is continue to draw my line all the way to the tail, very lightly. Because there's hair here, I don't really need to draw a line, but I like to have that little bit of definition again. Okay, so I've drawn a faint line throughout the whole bottom. Then what I do is draw a line, so where I've got those upward flicks, it stops. So from where it stops, I draw a line from the top to the tail, very lightly. And I don't go above where the brow hairs are, I try to stay in the line. So drawing my line. Very lightly. To the tail. Alright, you can kind of see it's an outline. Then what I do with the tail, you can shape it kind of however you like. So what I do is I bring it out just a little bit at the bottom, and then I connect the top line. The tail is probably the hardest part, to be honest. But yeah, that's it. And then I will just lightly put a couple of strokes through the brow. Then what I do is brush through. And there's my brow. So before and after. It's just a little bit darker and more defined. So I'll show you what I do on this side. So again, I start at the bottom. And I draw the line. And then I'll do my flicks. Brush through. Go back over it with my line. So see how it looks a little bit similar now? It looks like the hairs are going upwards, kind of. So, continuing on with the line at the bottom. Just to the tail. Then again at the top, not from the beginning. Oops. Now, for some reason this brow goes out a bit more, but this eye curves down. So what I try to do is draw the tail to go out a bit more straight. And then what I'll do is connect the top line, but then from the arch, draw a line down as well. So it looks like it, so the hairs are actually going down this way, but I've drawn my lines a little bit further out to try and make the shape similar. So then just do a few hair strokes, brush through your brow. Now, the end here is a little bit darker than this side, so I'm just going to go back in and colour that side in a little bit more. Now, if you wanted to, you could carve out your brows to make them even more defined. I don't really do that very often, very rarely. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And then what I like to do is go in with my, I've got the Benefit Gimme Brow. I also like the L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper. So depending on the day, usually for work, sometimes I'll use this, sometimes I won't, but for going out I definitely do. And this side I will brush the hairs upwards and then just follow the hairs that way. And then on this side I will also brush them upwards even though they don't really need to. And just comb them through. I just think it looks a little bit more put together. You don't have to do this step. Alright, so I hope you guys got something out of this video and maybe it helped you start doing your brows. I remember the first few times I started doing my brows, it scared the crap out of me and I felt like it looked so weird, but now I love it and I can't stop doing it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe, and let me know if you would like any other videos like this on something specific to show you guys. So maybe how to apply lip liner and lipstick or anything like that, and I will do it for you. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!